She's so nice.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. Okay. All of Echoes once more. Our home away from home.
Yeah, I guess thanks for getting us off the Nameless Isle in time. That was really close.
Close indeed. You almost became a god, and instead you're still... you.
Hey.
At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle.
True.
I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but... it'll have to wait.
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy it. You deserve that much.
Let's talk to... we got all our pyramids back. Let's talk to Silora.
Shh, Quercus. It's okay. We're okay.
Oh.
He runs his paws over the cat's skeleton with long, methodical strokes. Sometimes his fingers curl, as if he's forgotten that Quercus's fur is long gone.
Shh, don't cry. We got out. We made it. We're safe. They can't get us here. The knights will never hurt us again, Quercus. I promise.
Again? Did the Knights of Dre did something to you before?
Quercus, after all the shield has done, do you think it's time? Yes. Yes, I think so too. The story belongs to us both. And by now the shield deserves to know the truth.
The squirrel looks up and meets your eyes for the first time. Small, shining beads take you in.
We have traveled some time together, Shield. There were times when I very nearly lost heart. My research, so much of it has led to naught. At times, I fear I am no closer to stopping the acorn than when I started. But you have been relentless. When I felt I might falter, you sallied forward. You and Quercus have given me strength when mine waned. You deserve to know the truth. The reason I know so much about the Knights of Dre, the reason I'm the one who needs to stop them. Well, I was one of their order once. I was an acolyte of the Great Acorn. I saw dwarves tear down my forest, turning my home into weapons of war. I saw humans launching great orbs of fire into the homes of my friends. I saw lizards shackling the citizens of the land with harnesses and whips. The Great Acorn would stop you all for good.
Fane narrows his eyes. You're talking about genocide.
And what do you call the destruction of an entire forest and all its inhabitants? They call it progress. We call it genocide. The same as you. You reap what you sow. Isn't that right?
Just like with all the other people we found who were talking to, turning to the Godwoken. I'm really bad with speaking. Who turned to the God King out of desperation. Not making it any better, of course, but...
At least, that's what I thought then. I believed in the cause of the great Acorn.
I mean, that their view on the God King.
Righteous in their quest.
Or his guise he took.
But they proved themselves zealots. Heartless.
He runs his paws along Quercus's bony head and scritches the space behind his ear. Quercus rattles a dry, contented purr.
Quercus was once a beautiful, burnished orange, long of hair, green of eye, so soft of tread he could stalk through a thicket of dry thorns without disturbing a single one. That was before the Knights of Dre decided, well, they decreed, they executed him.
Oh. Fane let the word hang there, chilling in the air.
Squirrels alone shall reap the great Acorn's blessings, they said. It's unnatural to associate with other species.
Oh.
So, they killed him. My friend. It was then I knew that they'd gone too far. It was then that I realized what I had been party to. It took every last bit of magic I had gathered to bring him back. Then we ran. I just wanted to find a safe den where we could hide together, but...
The squirrel sits quietly for a moment, running his hand down the cat's spine. Quercus arches his back and flexes his claws.
But Quercus said we could do more. He said we should push on.
Fane leans down and pets Quercus.
The cat leans into your palm, rubbing against you. And only a quick act of acrobatics stops Solora from being knocked off. The squirrel throws his hands up in indignity, but you can see a quiet smile spreading underneath his whiskers.
What a bevy of misfits we are! Though I suppose it is best to fit badly in a world gone mad. Fear not, Shield. I will discover how to stop the great Acorn. I will protect the creatures of this land, all of them, from the Knights. With Quercus at my side, with you at my side, I know I will not fail.
Oh. At least the last words seem to be, or at least reminded me a bit of, I don't know if you know Overwatch, like the shooter from Blizzard, like Brigitte. She's also like, I will be your shield, and yeah, very keen on fighting for what she believes in and who she believes in.
Gareth's head is steady, but his face is pale and his eyes are lost.
Aww.
We still have a mission, Godwoken. You must ascend. I will see it through.
Wish you could talk a bit more with him, especially about what all happened with him. No, I think she will just try to get us new fighters. I'm just gonna talk to everyone
Not many
before.
things I can fetch around here, but who cares, eh? Look at this place!
I'm just gonna talk to all the NPCs before our companions. Once again in the Hall of Echoes. I really like how it looks. With this very artificial hexagonal design. Oh, Sebille.
Live, love, and liquidate. From death, let me be death.
Aww. Not that I would have done that, but interestingly, the game doesn't offer you to absorb her spirit. Let's talk with him. And then with our companions.
People are going to perish. People are going to die, and I can't stop it. She'll do it now. She'll never stop. She'll never stop.
Guess he's talking about the Queen. His cousin. Okay, let's talk to our beloved Ifan.
After all that's just happened, life, or what passes for it, seems more precious to you than ever. You look around at those who have accompanied you so far. In each one, something unique shines through.
Oh, we talked to all of them.
Divinity has eluded you so far, but life beats strong within you, here and now. Who knows what lies ahead for you, for your companions? Your quest failed. The void is growing stronger, and the hall is dark. You feel the need for some affection. Perhaps they feel it too.
So this is the Roman's decision, and of course, Ifan, are you as worried as I am? Would you maybe like to rest below the decks with you for spell?
Ifan raises an eyebrow, and his sharp teeth glint in a wide smile.
Rest? With you? Yes. Let's go.
Touching the hand of your companion, source sparks between you. The magic of this place sings, and arcane flesh wraps your bones. All of a sudden, you appear living. You feel things. For the first time in a long, long time, you sense with all 5 senses. As you move to go below decks, the live wood creaks and groans. The steps you thought you knew lead you to a part of the ship you've never seen before. A newly carved nook that smells of resin and wood chips. Touching the wall beneath your fingers, the live wood hums at your touch. You understand that the Lady Vengeance has carved this space for you in gratitude for your help.
Oh,
You enter and feel the presence of the ship recede, offering you the total privacy of a moment alone with your companion. The first moment you have been truly alone together.
So, here we are.
oh, it looks nice. Don't think Fane ever gave himself to someone, so it's rather new, so he's like, yeah, here we are. So, what were your favorite memories of our journey so far?
Ifan laughs, full and throaty.
Well, that time you slipped on void-woken ichor and ended up covered in it was pretty special. Or there was that time we talked in the Under Tavern. Or the time it rained really hard in the graveyard and your clothes... I suppose I really like spending time with you. What's meant most to you on our journey?
Honestly, you.
Ifan smiles and moves even closer, nuzzling at your neck with his nose. His beard tickles your reddening throat. Aside from your voice, the only sound is the whisper of fabric between your bodies.
Fane.
Ifan's hands reach for your own. His magnetic eyes seek yours. You know this man. He is ruthless, capable of anything. These hands that hold your own have tortured, maimed, killed.
Fane wants Ifan's hands all over him.
He pulls you close to him, his hard, lean body pressing against you. He leans in to kiss you. It is not a gentle kiss. It's primal, wild even. Your lips bruise, and your tongue tastes the metallic tang of blood.
You. Everything is so dark, so grey. But you're bright. When you shine your light on me, everything else is bearable.
Oh.
Ifan leans back to take in the sight of you. His dark eyes travel over every inch. He reaches out and traces the bow of your lips with his fingers.
I know I shouldn't stare, but I just can't stop. I wish you could see yourself as I see you now. You're incredible.
Fane leans into him and places his hand on his chest and kisses him tenderly.
He responds in kind, then pulls you down to lie on the ground beside him. Ifan growls and presses close to you, so you can feel how very much he wants this. His hot breath warms your face. He grasps your ribcage with strong, warm hands. You feel yourself lifted from the very earth into some other realm. Ifan's fierce, dark pupils fill your vision.
I crave you. Every step of the way I've wanted you. Since the moment we met. I've tried to conceal it, but I can hardly breathe around you. I've dreamed of this moment so often. You can't even imagine. My thoughts are always consumed by you. Your smile, your spirit, your soul.
Oh, Ifan.
Ifan undresses you slowly, removing every last stitch of clothing from your body. The warmth of his own body ensures you feel no cold, and the warmth of his gaze ensures you feel no embarrassment.
Fane undresses him in turn, taking his time.
Pulling his tunic over his head, you reveal Ifan's muscular body, all scars and sinew. He grins, eager, pointed teeth parting, and embraces you, so you are completely enveloped within his strong arms. In the low lamplight, the wider world fades away. Sweat glistens where your bodies meet. There is nothing but wonder, eyes, hands, and tongues.
Let's...
Ifan's feral eyes glitter ravenously as he looks deep into your own. He moves into you and kisses you again. He tastes of earth, dark earth, and night. Fire runs through your veins, licking at every nerve in your body. Every movement from him sparks a charge, like chain lightning in a storm.
Fane blood thrums.
There is nothing, nothing at all but you and him locked together. The fire inside you shivers and blazes, filling you with light and life, obliterating all the darkness within you. Ifan cries out.
You are everything.
And in that one moment, you feel it.
Aww. Really like that romance scene, but I also really like Ifan, so that helps. So, after resting a little bit and enjoying the afterglow, Fane talks to Ifan.
Ifan shoots you a fond smile, warm and sleepy.
I needed that.
I hope we get to do it again.
Glad to hear it.
He embraces you tenderly, squeezing you tight before pulling away with a rueful grin.
Right. Let's get back to the ship.
Hey.
Spoken to Malady yet? She said to talk to the Lady Vengeance when we're ready to move on.
Ah, Ifan, my love. Ah, he's so awesome. I love romances in video games, especially when I really like the characters. Look at him.
You okay, Chief?
Yeah, despite everything that just happened, I think I'm alright.
It's funny, isn't it? From here, none of it seems real. Dallis, the gods. I mean, we killed a god.
So what do you think it all means?
You want to know the truth? I don't think it means anything at all. I think it means if you live a life, things will happen. Crazy things, painful things, fantastic things. You can't pick which ones you'll get. All you can do is live them.
She looks out into the swirling blue and green of the hall and sighs.
Let's rest up. Whatever comes next, I want to be ready for it.
There you are. I hear Malady wants to continue the journey. We've but to talk to the Lady Vengeance and off we pop.
Right. Then let's go to her. I wonder where exactly Malady is currently.
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed.
I don't ever think she would do it willingly. Could you maybe summon Malady?
It shall be done.
Malady's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem happy.
With so much contempt. You know, I am. I feel better than I have in some time. Centuries, I think. And Fane just smiles.
It's written all over you. In truth, I'm glad to see it. A joyful God is a just God. I've had some time to think, and there's a few matters I want to discuss before we carry on. I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for a moment, as though trying to dispel a dizzy spell.
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to divinity, and she was to help me with another matter. The details aren't important now, it's just... never mind. Another entangling alliance. But I won't be able to disentangle it on my own. There may come a time when I need to count on you as an ally.
Yeah, Meister Siva warned us about that.
So, are we? Allies, that is.
Before I answer, I think I need more information. What entangling alliance are you referring to?
The details are detailed. Suffice it to say that Meister Siva believed she could help me. And I believe you're twice the sorcerer she ever was. So?
You know, you've done so much for us. I think we are. So, your problems are our problems from here on out.
That's something I don't often hear. Thank you. Really. Moving on. I found out where Dallis is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for you. We have to find out what she's planning to do with the powers of the Seven. You'll need to find her and take back what she stole, and quickly, before she does something irreversible. Dallis, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand how to rule.
Fane cocks an eyebrow. You think I do know how to rule?
Given the alternatives, I consider you our very best bet.
More.
It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line through that chaos. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the line will mean domination, terror, different from chaos, but no better. Dallis, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability, but to create servants.
Yeah.
Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see?
Well, to be honest, I see you, Melody, no more, no less.
I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. Whatever those categories mean.
Yeah, like part elf, part demon.
When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be stronger than them, you'll do all the better. The Seven are gone, slain by their Godwoken, slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they made.
But didn't like some of the Seven Lords survive? I mean, we're friends, but I have to say I'm surprised to hear you talk like that. You seem very passionate about the state of the world. Why?
I know what evil is, Godwoken. I've seen what chaos can do. It isn't how I picture Rivellon's future. You are my insurance against that. Now, there's little time to spare. We need to get you to Arx, find Dallis, take back what she stole. Shall we go?
Fane nods to orcs.
Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Malady stands at the ready.